anyways, if for people that don't know, like the names of the days of the week, like Moon Day, Sunday, Tuesday, Woden's Day, Thor's Day, and Freya's Day. Those days are named after this religion from way back in the day. That's a lot of people don't remember it, but some people do, and there are a lot of us here today. We have different groups like churches called kindreds or communities, fellowships that get together, and over time we've grown. We've done different things. We're all so. But all of us are friends through all the different groups and kindreds and things that are here. So if you do know the tradition and you want to stand up and say it, you don't have to face direction, because obviously we don't have a lot of room. It's kind of hard to just repeat since you know the intro. But we're going to do a blessing. We bless the room in our way to make the place holy and sacred. So, Ravenna. Actually, I can stand over here. Ravenna, you gonna come over here? Mm-hmm. Let's grab the bell. No. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna say that we open up by
ringing bells.
Ringing bells. The youngest child, or well, in this case, sibling, will ring the bells, and bells are to scare away ill house spirits and land spirits, and invite good land spirits, and we call them elves. Like the Celtics call them fairies. We call them elves, or alfar, as they were originally called in the Old Tongue. So you'll be hearing me say a couple of things, but I'm calling to them and telling them if they wish us bad, they need to get out of here, and if they wish us good, then they're welcome to stay. That's pretty much what we're doing. You ready? Okay, and go. Leos Alfar, Svart Alfar, Dark Alfar, Landvetir, Light Elves, Swarthy Elves, Dark Elves, and Land Wights. Know you that we are about to call the Holy Ausa and name our child. Those that wish us woe, wend your way from here, and those that wish us weal are welcome in our halls. Perfect.
Sit down. Let's find out the baby's name.
I know. Okay. If you are Austrian and you want to stand and repeat, you may stand and repeat. Hammers to the north, hollow this holy stead. Let no unwanted wights this way come. In the forenames of Thor, Lorid, Vior, Donner, Thor. Hammers to the east, hollow this holy stead. Let no unwanted wights this way come. In the forenames of Thor, Lorid, Vior, Donner, Thor. Hammers to the south, hollow this holy stead. Let no unwanted wights this way come. In the forenames of Thor, Lorid, Vior, Donner, Thor. Hammers to the west, hollow this holy stead. Let no unwanted wights this way come. In the forenames of Thor, Lorid, Vior, Donner, Thor. Hammers to Ausgard, hollow this holy stead. Let no unwanted wights this way come. In the forenames of Thor, Lorid, Vior, Donner, Thor. Hammers to Helgard, hollow this holy stead. Let no unwanted wights this way come. In the forenames of Thor, Lorid, Vior, Donner, Thor. You ready? You think it's gonna?
I'll see.
All the other ones, yeah. The other two never woke up.
Yeah.
Three horns sounding to call the gods of our folk. Thus, we begin out like a light.
Is his mouth still open?
Yeah.
Catching flies.
It's like- so once we've done that, that's our blessing. We just make the place
For
sacred
the land.
and to show respect, calling the gods, calling the ancestors, and calling the land spirits, and letting them know we're about to do something. So now it's time.
Mom. Okay.
Oh, good.
Oh,
So what
oh,
are we
wait a
doing?
minute, not yet. My Shema and Cloth.
Oh, the bag.
Oh.
Bag. What
bag?
bag?
Did you bring it? Please tell me you bring it.
No, I prepared dinner.
Oh, you watching? Oh. The
Is
other
that
one-
this thing?
That's
Oh,
Say hi,
cool.
Michael? Michael is with us, he's my oldest son. So
Oh, they're
all
Skyping.
uncles on this
So
side of
what's
the family.
Skyping?
It's like face chat or FaceTime.
Even though you're on the other side of the world.
That's okay, he can.
Sit by Walter. No, not that.
Thank you, sir.
Sacred bag.
So this ceremony is called the Asavatni.
Daddy?
The Asavatni means the tossing of water. It was marked down in the sagas, in which it was marked down by a priest of Christianity who came to Norway and was noting things. And the one thing that he noticed is this ceremony they called the Asavatni. And it was the premise that the child is not baptized or anything at birth. In actuality, they're given 9 days to survive. 9 days to live with the parents, to get to feel of them. Of course, infant mortality back then was pretty high. So the other idea too is that it served a function. It gave 9 days for people to get to the farm. So you had 9 days once the baby was born to kind of get there. So there's a lot of function to it. But the premise of what he said was that the women would place the baby down on a cloak or an article of clothing that was the father's. And then from there he would take them upon his knee and then stand up and say his name. And he was sprinkled with water. We have a slightly different, it changes based on where you live. The local groups do things slightly differently. Ours are that the women do it, and then the man comes in. Actually, I just realized since we're pressed for space, it might be good. But this is my Shema from when I was in service in the military. So it's a personal article clothing of mine that's very important. So, and Walter was given his name in it. So there's the Walter fall. Okay, ladies.
Okay, Gigi?
Gigi, I'll help you.
Oh, I can't wait to find out what the name is.
Okay.
So we're gonna walk you right over here. You can walk right here. I'll stand.
Okay.
I'll just stand right here, and then in case you need me in anything. So all we're gonna be just brushing. Then you're gonna be over here.
Okay, sorry guys.
Not great for.
Sorry about the butt.
And remember too. You've got the salt, and then
You could move down one.
You got the salt.
I got
you
the
got the
salt.
salt
I got the
and
salt.
I got the,
You
the
got the
leek.
leek,
yeah.
and I got the water here.
And you
so-
got the water. So first things first, we're gonna bring the baby over. Nice warm water. I'm gonna sprinkle here first. Go ahead and place the salt.
Okay, salt. Okay, a minute. A little salt.
Okay. Now
Okay,
we get the water,
water.
and then you just brush the salt off,
Okay,
and nice and light.
Be careful.
okay, watch out, baby. You
Go
bring
ahead and
them.
brush.
Okay, brush.
It's like,
My first.
There we go.
Oh,
And that's it.
okay.
Oh no, do it one more time. We'll do it one more time.
Okay,
3 times.
3 times.
Rowan.
We have to see.
That's right,
Okay.
that's just what we did with you.
Yep.
You didn't cry at all.
Except you didn't
No.
cry at
You
all.
cried.
Okay.
Baby.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the baby.
Did he wake up?
And sit. Do you want to sit down?
Slept right through it.
How did a lot of time did you
He's semi-awake.
You lift him up and say his name.
Okay.
You got my camera. Use it. No.
I need to remove that or?
No, we can keep.
He's like, yeah, I just got my first bath.
It's just got nice.
It's right through everything, isn't it something?
Easy as
You walk out.
Come on.
See, you were screaming.
Bundle up like a sandwich.
Bundled up like a sandwich.
Sub sandwich.
Salty. Salty, baby.
Oh, they know
Okay.
Okay, here it
Ready?
comes, Walter. Keep your ears peeled.
So, to the gods, to the ancestors, and to all the gathered folk, we would like to introduce to you Eldred Rudolph Harrell.
Yeah.
Yay, clap.
That's it. Welcome to your life.
His name's Eldred, Walter. Can you say that?
Eldred.
Eldred.
Well, Eldred isn't close to even.
It's very close to Elwood, though. You
Oh,
had me sweating. You had me sweating. Just in case.
You get that, Michael?
We got one song. Rudolph.
Eldred.
You did? You got it?
No, we always talked about naming a kid up Rudolph
right.
or like Olaf. Like just kind of like right.
So, just a funny thing about the names. I guess we can eat and stuff, but before we do that, we didn't name him. The universe named him. We had a list of names. I was shooting for Sturm.
Sturm or Sturm?
Panzer.
No, from Dragonlance. But I didn't get it.
Or Hammerfaust.
No, they.
Hammerfaust.
No. So I was shooting for a different name. She was shooting for a different name. We whittled it down to like 5 names. We had Eric, Heinrich.
That's what.
What else did we have? We had a couple of names already whittled out that we were gonna do. But in June at the barbershop, somebody came talking about their father, and his name was Eldred. And I was like, oh, that's a cool name. I never heard that. I want to check out the meaning behind it. I looked it up, and it means counseled by the elders or of elder council. Anything with a red at the end. So like Alfred means counseled by the elves, or counseled by the elves are like the fairies or the angels. You're counseled by them. So he's counseled by the elders since he's the
Hey,
baby
son,
of the family.
can you take your?
Oh yeah,
It's too much.
it's
for
too
him.
hot. Too hot.
And he needs a boob, so I'm gonna try
Yeah,
to.
take Michael with you.
So
I'm not taking Michael with the boob.
the guy came in talking about his father named Eldred,
Gross, dude.
and I thought it was cool. I looked it up. Young guy comes in, and his name, because we write down tickets at the barbershop, he's 17 years old and his name is Eldred. And I was like, what are the freaking chances of that? He's like young. So that's 2. And then I brought it up to Katie and she was like, no. And she was like, it's only been 2 times. It was just a coincidence. So we're going through the names. September rolls around. I'm driving to work. And I stop, and there's a car in front of me, and it says LDRED on the license plate. And I was like, so I took a picture of it, and I was like, Katie, this is number 3. Number 3 has happened, and it's never happened that way. Like with Walter, it was the Sonotech called him a Walter when she was doing the gender. He looks like she could have said like Elisa if it was a girl, but she said Walter, and we were like, Then we looked it up and we just changed it to a V because we wanted it to be a little bit different. So that's how he got his name. And Ravenna came through a dream. A raven came to Catherine. So that kind of went that route. This time it was all in the world. So there was a license plate that said Eldred. So then we have another tradition. All the boys in our family have a wolf middle name. I'm Odolf. Walter is Ulfric. And so she saw Rudolph, and she was like, Rudolph, what is that? Could that be a first name? And I was like, well, it's a wolf name, so it would be better as a middle name. She's like, what? And it turns out it is. It comes from, it means Hrodolf. Hrodolf means like famous wolf, or a wolf of high renown, not a reindeer. It means like people who know his name, kind of wolf. So she saw it once. Then we were at a thrift store. We saw it again. Third time, we saw her and Ravenna saw it, and we were like. So we had that name specially off to the side with all of our names that we had chosen. And as we whittled it down, we got more and more to the idea that like we were spurning the universe by doing what we wanted. And so we didn't do what we wanted. We did what the universe wanted. I have pictures to prove it. Like, the license plate LRD, or yeah, it was LDRED. It could be LD Red. I don't know, but it was. I saw Eldred.
Loud red, lovely.
Loud Red. It could have been that. I don't know, but that's it. Let's go eat.
I already
So-
had 2 pretzels.
Good to know.
Sorry, I don't want to keep you guys anymore. But that was the story, and I've been wanting to tell people this story the whole time. So the name we didn't. That wasn't either one of our choices. She wanted Wolfgang to be the middle name, but it didn't work out. The universe said Rudolph, so we listened. And then that was kind of the theme of the whole birth. Was like listen to everything that's going on, and just follow the path, and everything will work out. And that's what we did.
I'm gonna keep on
And then, of
asking.
course, the road we took to avoid our destiny, we ended up in there. Sometimes actually, Catherine has that tattooed on her back. The road you take to avoid your destiny will often lead you to it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, there's a lot of that. With,
Different way.
yes. Yeah. It had to happen, I guess. We needed the experience.
Dad, I'm gonna ask for the next 5 months. What's the baby's name again?
Eldred. Eldred.
Such a hard name to remember.
Because Catherine was like, yeah, it's not that.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, let's go eat. Let's mingle. Let's.
Mingle.